Well, I can assure you that at the beginning of the day I looked a little different. In fact, this is my best shirt and one of my nicest barrettes, and my hair was nice, and I'm afraid that I may have frightened my caseworker away. I just quickly, through a mental health organization, I got a social worker, caseworker, to help me in the process of first seeing out if it was feasible for me to move out and live on my own, which I've been looking forward to, even though the whole process has made me feel very anxious. At the same time, I was looking forward to it. There were a few things that I was very uneasy about at first that I wanted to know up front. Number one was, would I be able to keep my same doctor? Does my doctor take Medicaid? Because that's what I would be on. The second thing is, would I be able to stay on the same medications I'm on? And it had been a couple weeks, 2 weeks from when I last saw this caseworker. She comes to my house. And I also have social anxiety, so when something like this happens, I'm preparing for it days ahead of time. What I'm going to say, what things I want to cover, what I'm going to wear. And it's a very tense situation for me, especially the morning of. Like if I have doctor's appointment or something like that, my clothes have to be just right. I have to be comfortable in my appearance and how the things look around me, so that I don't have to be obsessed and focused on that while I'm interacting with them. And I don't have to worry about, oh my God, they think I'm a slob, you know, what your mind can do. And so when something is scheduled to happen at a certain time, in a certain manner, and plans change unexpectedly, it really throws me off. And I know it's, you know, it's never anybody's fault, really, but it just throws me off. So I'm expecting her to pull up any minute. I even bought some new shorts because it's getting really hot, and so I got my best shirt on, and my hair worked out well, and I had been suppressing some irritation and tension all morning. Little things, I kept dropping things. I got a little blood stain on my shorts that I had to rinse and dry again, and because they had to be those shorts. And I almost forgot to shave my legs. I had to shave my legs, and that would have been a disaster. And you know, and so just to let you know how much I put into just this, for this person to come and for me to be relaxed. So I'm waiting for her to pull up any second, and she calls and she's sick and she's not coming. So I'm initially thrown off. All this effort, you know, and I'm just like pissed off. And I feel the trigger being pulled of that irritability and tension, where I have no control over it. When it starts, I have no control. And then she proceeds to tell me that, well, I have bad news. I talked to your doctor and they do not accept Medicaid. Now, all this time I had doubted my doctor accepted Medicaid. And so I'd been talking myself into, well, maybe I can find another doctor, acceptable doctor, that I'm comfortable with that does accept Medicaid. It's possible, you know. But I guess she got the impression that I was saying, if my doctor, current doctor, does not accept, you know, because it's so hard to find a good doctor. If she does not accept Medicaid, then forget it. I'm not moving. But I gotta move. I gotta get out of here. I am not living a quality of life here. And she was like, it almost seemed like she was glad to get me off her books, out of her hair or something. She was like, so yeah, I know this is really disappointment. Too bad. Sorry. bye-bye, you know, and that's what pissed me off right there. And I started kicking the door and swearing and just, you know, God damn it, why can't anything work out my way? And I know she could hear me kicking something and whatever. And she's like, okay, do you want me to call you back? You know, I said, I can't talk right now because I knew I was just going to start throwing the phone that was in my hand. And she was like, well, you want me to call back later or tomorrow? And I said, later. And my brain's saying later because later I'll be fine. Later I can talk. But the other part of my brain, the depressed, irritable part, is saying, the wound up, tense part. And I just said, I don't care when you call. I don't care. It's not going to matter. It's not going to make a difference. None of this is going to make any difference in anything. And she was like in a hurry to get off the phone, and I could tell she was like super uncomfortable. And then just like an hour or two later, when I felt better, I left a message for her to call me back so I could explain this a little bit and explain that my doctor, not, you know, maybe ask her if maybe she had a list of doctors, psychiatrists that accepted it. And she hasn't called me back, and I don't think she's going to. She kind of acted like she was a little frightened. You know. So, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I guess I can wait and maybe she'll call tomorrow. I see my therapist tomorrow, so maybe I can clear some things up with her. Maybe she can call them for me. I don't know. Just one more day in the life of.